I remember, people cutting up the coupons. It was a huge thing, and now it's kind of carried on to online. In this episode of The Edge, we are going to be looking at what looks like to me an affiliate marketing campaign. Hey guys, this is Jason Stogstill with adskills.com, and without further ado, let's just jump in and look at the ad I found. I've been finding these kind of ads a lot lately. It's called pocket.com. So when you first open up Firefox, you'll see all these articles. Most of them are organic articles, but some of them are sponsored. So these are sort of native ads. And here's the ad that I found down in the lower right-hand corner. So it looks like something about a, skincare product. Many dermatology clinics don't want you to know this secret. Skip the dermatology clinic, do this instead, right? So it's sponsored by online shopping tools. Let's take a look at the page that loads when you click this ad. So here it is. Glow up your skincare routine, the ultimate skincare companion. So this is what looks like a blog post, or you could call it an advertorial about a skincare product. And right up here in the right-hand corner, you see the advertiser disclosure. But then you start scrolling down through here, and you see that right here is what the ad is really about. It's not what it looks like at first, that it's just selling the product. It is talking about how you can save money shopping online. Our powerful price comparison tool ensures you'll never overpay for your skincare essentials. Compare prices across major retailers and discover where you can buy your favorite products for less. So now we're getting into what this is really about. So if you take a look at this Amazon listing, it's $16, but then here's a little icon that's saying you can save $7, right? And then this is where they say, here we save $7.99 on this popular snail mucin serum. Never heard of that. I don't know if I said that right. Snail mucin serum. Okay. So here is the real call to action, right? Add to Safari. It's free, right? So they're trying to get you to add this as a browser extension. Oh, wow. Over 8 million users, 5-star review, as reviewed by. What is this? What is this all about? I think this is an affiliate campaign, but this is something that you have to look at a little bit deeper to see what's going on, like I just showed you. But then it gets more interesting as we go further. We see that it's actually promoting Capital One shopping, which I had never really heard of. I've heard of Capital One. I have a Capital One credit card. So here's what it is. Automatically apply coupons at no cost. So Capital One has this big program, sounds like a big corporate program, where you may have seen this kind of thing where you can log into your bank and buy things at a discount. I'm not sure exactly why they do that. It's just some kind of added benefit to the user. I don't know, what's going on from a business standpoint there, but they are trying to build something where you start using this for your purchases, and it's all through Capital One. The reason I think this is an affiliate campaign is it's on a third-party website. They do kind of what looks like a very typical kind of flow, right? Where you do a native ad, an advertorial, and then off to the thing that they're promoting. The interesting thing to know would be, how much is Capital One paying out for this? I've never heard of it myself, but I just thought this was kind of an interesting flow, right? So remember, from the ad, we go back where we're just, if you didn't really look very close into this, you just think they're selling a skincare product. Even when you look at the page, hey, I think they're promoting a skincare product, but what they are really promoting is how to save money on it. And to do that, you need to download this extension from Capital One. If this is an affiliate program, I don't know where to find the offer, but I thought it was pretty interesting. When you look at Online Shopping Tool's main website, they are promoting that offer front and center, all about the offer there. So they've got an entire site, looks like pretty much dedicated to this. Lots of blog posts and such going on here. So they actually have a pretty full looking website experience. And again, at the bottom, they are promoting the browser extension. I just enjoyed getting my wheels turning on this, just kind of wondering, some affiliate out there just really crushing it with this, and it's just so under the radar that, people don't know about it because they're not looking closely enough. I just thought this was a pretty interesting looking promotion. And it would seem to have an appeal, right? Because who doesn't want to save money on stuff that they're going to buy anyways? And then when you go to Capital One's website to install it, you have a lot of credibility there that it doesn't look like some weird third-party thing that you think is going to hack your computer, but it is a well-established brand in Capital One. Let's jump on over to SimilarWeb and take a look at how much traffic they're getting. So when we take a look here, we see that they are getting 1.4 million visits a month. Pretty high bounce rate though, 86%. Tells you that, okay, that could just be the native article traffic that they're using and people are just bouncing a lot. When we look at the audience breakdown, it's pretty close to even here, a little bit more female, but they are actually targeting older demographics here. Maybe older demographics are, more of that couponing generation back from, I remember, people cutting up the coupons. It was a huge thing, and now it's kind of carried on to online. And when we look at their traffic breakdown here, besides just the direct traffic, we see they're getting very, very little organic traffic, getting a nice chunk of social, but they are getting quite a bit here from display advertising, and I'm thinking it's mostly native advertising. Paid search is almost nothing. We'll take a look in SEMrush, but they're just not really doing much with paid search at all. So social network distribution, remember I said the traffic was coming from Pocket, it's turning into what looks like a pretty popular advertising network, but I still think goes under the radar. I don't really use Firefox myself much, but every now and then I'll open it and see what's going on. But I mean, that's most of their traffic. You see it coming in a little across these channels, but the majority is just coming all from a Pocket campaign. Let's take a quick look at SEMrush. So domain overview here, 187 on the organic search traffic, 1.3K backlinks. Paid search traffic is nothing. So I don't really think there's much to see here. We see that, they're coming in for some low volume terms there, but SEO is not a huge thing yet, although they are doing articles and maybe that'll build up over time. But the main thing to focus on here is just what they're doing with display advertising, which most of it, as I said, is coming from Pocket.com. Okay, let's take a look in Adbeat so we can see some of the display/native ads they are running. I thought this was an interesting angle here. Amazon hates when you do this, but they can't stop you. Try it now. That is similar to an angle I've seen on promotions talking about casinos. Showing someone sitting at like a slot machine doing something very weird looking, saying casinos hate when you do this, but they can't stop you. Makes you think they found some kind of secret way to hack the casino, but the guy can't take you out back and beat you up, right? So that's an angle that sort of exists in native advertising, and I think they just swipe that here. Amazon hates when you do this. But they can't stop you. Do they really hate when you do that? I don't think they care. And the article that pops up, pretty much matching headline, Amazon hates these insane deals that are spreading across the US. Now, for someone who's trying to save money, that sounds pretty interesting, right? It's like the deals are so good that Amazon is just pissed off about it. And they're explaining how it works. Oh, that's a nice image right there. Dang, save $40. So I think this is pretty compelling. I couldn't say how well it converts, but again, a lot of credibility here. Capital One shopping. It seems like something Capital One must be going for to just build a huge user base across the web, right? That's using their shopping tool. Let's take a look at one more ad. Here's a display ad. Amazon Prime is now $179. So they're probably talking about the price increasing, which I think it did at some point. But few know this savings hack. It's genius. So cool copy there, pretty compelling. And on over to that advertorial. I took a look on YouTube. I couldn't find that they had a channel, but I did find something. This is kind of a funny YouTube user profile, ad collector from Minnesota. So someone on YouTube is just putting together a collection of ads, which my ads that I've ran over the years have ended up in these random collections. But let's just take a quick look at this.
One thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon and Target. You can drop prices automatically. I can show you how, but I can't do it for you. People are saving real money doing this. 160 million.
Right, so this ad is just pretty straightforward, just right away gets into, hey, here's this insane thing I'm going to show you that's going to save you a lot of money. Right away, he's talking about Amazon, which everyone knows. He's showing proof on the screen. And here is a tip if you are creating ads, you're buying media, and you have to come up with a video ad script. Let's say you're working with a company that already has advertorials. To me, this is pretty much an advertorial in spoken form, more or less, right? So, if I had to write an ad like this and they had existing advertorials, I could pretty much come up with the copy by just, kind of reorienting it in the script, but just pulling from an article like this, right? And even the images and what I'm talking about. You could put together a script, pretty much just looking at an advertorial. So I kind of like to think of it like that because in different areas on the web, there are just different user flows. If people are reading articles and they see a native ad, they're going to click on it and they're going to continue reading, right? They're reading your article / advertorial. If they're on YouTube, they're watching videos, right? So you just translate that format over, which looks like kind of what they did here. Seems like a pretty interesting ad that just gets straight to the point. I looked on Facebook. I think I found them, but no ads. Again, looks like they're just doing all pocket.com, and maybe on YouTube that was an organic video or something, but all I see them doing are native ads. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Jason signing off, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Edge.